what's good? It's your boy. A very interesting situation just happened just now, or shall I say, I had a very interesting conversation. Very interesting conversation, right? So, I was in Saks, right? And this guy, I'm not gonna say his name or whatever, but he came up to me. He said, "You're wasting your money." First of all, I looked around because I didn't know who he was talking to. He said, "You're wasting your money." I'm like, huh? He said, "All of your reviews, you're just wasting your money. There's no profit. There's no gain in buying fragrances." I mean, just going off. You know, at first I got offended. And I'm trying to figure out, like, what? I mean, sir, okay, let's take it down a notch, first of all. All right, let's sit down and talk. So we walked over to the bench over there, and I'm like, okay, explain to me what is your grief. Man, I was shocked at myself for entertaining the guy because the way he approached me. But then I was curious to know why he said it, because I had a comment before from a gentleman that said that there's no return in purchasing fragrances, which is true. I mean, some fragrance reviewers, yeah, you know, the big ones, you know, they make a little money, whatever. But okay, let me get back to what he was saying. He was saying that, you know, there's no profit in purchasing a lot of fragrance. I mean, if you want to do that, then do that. But what the profit are you getting? And I was like, well, everybody has a weakness or fetish for something. Everyone, even you. There's something that you might spend quite a deal of money on. And he was like, no, there isn't. I was like, okay, well, you know, that's your prerogative. Okay, cool. But what is your grief about, you know, people purchasing fragrances? Then it got interesting when I said that. He said, it's not people purchasing fragrances, it's you reviewers. You're making people spend their hard-earned money. Where's the return? They're just buying fragrances. They're not going to get anything out of it. And I'm sitting here listening to the guy. But what struck me, this is what struck me, because I'm thinking he just ranting there and I was going to leave. And he said, I want to ask you a question. I said, okay, you done said enough, but go ahead. Do you own a home? And I paused for a second because I'm trying to figure out where is he going with this, because, you know, that's my personal business. Do I own a home? So I asked him why. Why do you want to know if I own a home? He was like, because if you don't own a home and you live in an apartment and you purchase all these fragrances, then you're stupid. I'm like, if that's what I want to spend my money on, then how is that stupid? I'm not spending your money, I'm spending my money, right? And he was like, but where's the return? If you own a home, at least you'll get money back, because that's a profit. It gains interest. You know, you make money off of your home, and which is true. You know, you get equity out of your home, whatever, especially, you know, over longevity. You get equity out of it, so your home is a return, right? And I'm listening to him, and he had a valid point. You know, but still, if that's what someone wants to spend their money on, then that's what they want to spend their money on. Who's to judge that person? If I want to, I love expensive fragrances, you know. And it's for me, I own my own home. So he really had some valid points. He really did. Like, as far as perspectives, you know, what are you putting in perspective as far as priorities? You know, as far as priorities, he started making some sense. You know, older white guy, looked like what's that senator? What's his name? Sanders. Barney Sanders from Connecticut. I think he's Connecticut. So he looked like him when he sat there and talked. But it was very intriguing. It was amazing how the conversation went from being offended to being intriguing. That's not my means. Doing this YouTube thing isn't my means of income. I do it because it's just fun. I enjoy doing it. That's why I do it. So, we just sat there, but the conversation settled down a little bit, and we started talking on everything, and then, he got into more of the financial side of it and breaking stuff. Then we sat there maybe like an hour just talking, because it started one way, but then it ended out that, he seemed to be a really nice gentleman, and he wasn't rude anymore, anything like that. He was just trying to explain his point, which made sense. And after our conversation, it got me to thinking, like, what return do you really have in purchasing a lot of fragrances? And I asked myself that, because I have quite a few fragrances. What return am I getting in all of these fragrances? So I'm like, okay, this is my thought. There are only 4 things in life that you'll really get a true return on. First thing is God. Second thing is health. Third thing is real estate. Fourth thing is stocks. If there's something else that you can get a positive return on, then let me know. But those 4 things are definite profitable as far as your happiness or way of life or whatever. Because then there was another thing he said. He said, and it made sense. It got me to thinking. Like, he said, is YouTube your source of income? Is that your main source of income? How you pay your bills and everything? I was like, no, it's not. He was like, well, if it was, what if social media shut down? What if we had another attack and everything shut down and you couldn't post videos? How would you survive? How would you pay your bills and everything? And he had a valid point, because there are some reviewers or YouTubers, whatever, that live solely, this is their business. This is their way of life by doing videos. So if social media was to shut down for a significant amount of time, then how would, that person or individual support themselves or things like that or whatever? He had some valid points. He really did. And now, man, YouTube, it can be a lucrative income for you. You put in the work and the reward will come to you. But if it's shut down, then what do you do? What do you do? And you can't, I mean, it had me think about a lot of things. Like, when you get old and you 80, 90 years old or whatever, you going to still be doing videos? You can't claim Social Security, because you're not really, well, I don't know if you can claim Social Security from doing that, but Social Security might not even be around. But there's no pension. There's no 401k. How can doing videos be substantial 30, 40 years from now as you get older? Just a thought. And man, gentlemen really had me thinking about some stuff. Y'all let me know what you think. I mean, me, I have quite a few fragrances, and I got offended at first, but he made a valid point. All right, to the next one. Deuces.